That's why I fight as hard as I fight.
Real quick, closing thoughts by all three of you. What do the next 3.5 years look like in solving the immigration crisis in America? 1, 2, 3 things that need to happen, should happen, or hopefully will happen.
Well, there's a term that I've been using over these last 50 days, and that word is velocity. The amount of action that the Trump administration has done in these 50 or 60 days has been unprecedented. I hope that continues for the next 3.5 years. I hope we don't slow down. I think there's so much change that can be done, not only at the border, not only about removing individuals, but also on that legal side, and really need to fix that because it is being abused, as the governor said, and so there's a lot that needs to continue to be done on border security and on immigration. So if the pace continues, we'll see if folks can keep up with it. I think there's a lot of folks that are tired, not Tom, but others, 60 days or so in, but that pace needs to continue. I think that's what the American people voted for last November. They didn't vote for 60 days of it, they voted for 4 years of it. And so I'm hopeful that that velocity that we see continues across all the fronts that we've been talking about here.
First of all, I got a hard job. You probably don't know this, but I'm 30. Look, I'm honored to be on the stage with Secretary of Welfare and Governor DeSantis, who's one badass governor. I love him. They both need a haircut.
We have hair.
Again, it all goes back to the job, Chad. Look, here's what I want. I said it earlier. I've seen a lot of tragedies in my lifetime who changed me. It made the man I am today. Again, I started in 1984 as a Border Patrol agent. I was a special agent. I've done numerous investigations. I've seen so much tragedy, so much deaths, so much terrible things in my life that I fight hard today because I know every day that we secure that border, we're saving lives. Women aren't being raped. Children aren't drowning in the river. And as we remove these public safety threats like TDA, who raped and murdered young women, set a woman on fire in a subway, that's why I fight so hard. So what does the next just 2 months shy of 4 years mean for me? I will start smiling on TV when we remove every illegal alien public safety threat, every gang member, every national security threat from this country. They have no right to be here, and they need to go. If they don't want to go on their own, then we're going to hunt them down, and we're going to deport them. And I do that with no apology. That's what we're going to do. And if I accomplish that, I can retire for the 3rd time. I got the greatest wife in the world. Best thing ever happened to me. I'm sure you're in the same spot as I am. Who's been through hell. I got death threats. You see a lot of security detail around me because I got more death threats than you can imagine. You know what? But I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going away. Bring it. Because I'm going to do my job, and President Trump's going to do his job. What I ask you to do when I leave today, here's what I want you to do. You see an ICE agent, you see a Border Patrol agent, you see a Florida State Trooper, you see a cop, walk up to them and just thank them. Because these men and women are putting it on the line every day. While you're sleeping in your bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, there's a Border Patrol agent standing post on a dirt trail someplace who's going to take something on. A sensor goes off. Is it just an illegal alien looking for a better life? Or is it a heavily armed drug smuggler? They don't know, but they're going to take it on. I know because I did that job. So God bless the men and women of the Border Patrol. God bless the men and women of ICE. And God bless the men and women who carry a badge and strap a gun to their hip every day to keep us all safe. That's what you need to do.
Well, I think over the next 3.5, 4 years, we've already established Florida will be leading the states in this fight. We are on board. And we understand this is a team effort. When you have a federal system where there's states and the federal government, you got to collaborate, you got to work together. In fact, we've got a proposal to augment the things Tom's talking about. I know he's reviewed it. I think they're this close to proven and letting us go out and do even more than we've already done over the first 2 months of the Trump administration. So we're looking forward to that. I'd love to be able to announce something soon. So that's just where we're going to be on all this stuff. We're going to ensure the law's enforced in Florida across the board. We're going to make sure we're doing everything we can to protect the people of the state from, yes, public safety threats, but also just making sure that our state is orderly, that we have a legal workforce, and that we're following the rule of law. So we had 4 years of frustration under the Biden administration where you could have a criminal alien and they were very lackadaisical in even taking those people off the street when you presented to them. It was just the inmates running the asylum. They were flying people in who were here, who were coming illegally. I mean, it was a total catastrophe. And so there's been remarkable progress made at the border. I knew there would be good progress, but 96% in less than 2 months is pretty spectacular. But now we need to see the best effort in American history on the interior enforcement. And I know that's what Tom is pushing for. I know there's other folks in the agency. I know that's what President Trump wants to see. And if states like Florida step up, I think we'll be able to achieve it. If states don't do more than what they're doing outside of Florida, that's going to be much more difficult. So we're going to lead the way, but some of this is leading by example. And the number of things that have happened in this country over the last 6 years in other states that started with Florida leading, showing results, and then citizens in those other states asking their representatives, hey, why aren't you doing what Florida's done? You can write a book about all those things. And so that's what we're going to keep doing.
It's